The market is now bang. It's open. We're off. Here we go. Right from the get-go, I'm seeing green. 200 up for the Dow, 236. There you go. Most of the Dow 30 are in the green. We've opened higher. Just remember, folks, it was up 500 yesterday on the Dow. You're up another 225 this morning. That is a pretty powerful, I'd say almost explosive rally for the Dow Industrials. Now, the S&P 500, where's that going this morning? On the upside, 0.63% higher. NASDAQ's got to be doing well. It is. 2/3% higher again. The NASDAQ is now in a bull market, so I'm told. And Apple is the #1 performer. Actually, that's all of the big techs. Apple, they're 170. Amazon up, and we've got Meta, Alphabet, Microsoft, all of them on the upside. Best gain there for Alphabet. Now, big tech, you've got them on the screen right there. Oh, I've got to show you Disney. Look at them go. The market's open. They've opened with an 8% gain, nearly 9%.
Dow stock.
Dow stock, thank you very much indeed. It's obviously helping the Dow Industrials. Do they now have more subscribers than Netflix?
Yes,
they do?
When you count Hulu and ESPN. So 221.1 million subs worldwide versus Netflix, which is at, I'm giving you the exact numbers because it's close, 220.6 million. The growth is coming from overseas because you can make the point that Netflix is saturated here in the U.S. What is Disney doing now? You can say they have an advantage. They're raising prices. Disney Plus by $3 a month. So in December, it will cost you, without ads, $10.99. Investors are liking this. We can do the theme parks real quick, too, because they saw, record revenue there, growth up 70% in the past year, while the reopening and the like. And all in, I mean, it was a $21 billion sales quarter for Disney. Okay,
Dan Ives with us. Is Disney now the main competitor in the streaming business to Netflix?
Oh, I mean, it's had an earthquake-like ripple effect for Netflix because now you have another game in town, eye-popping subscriber numbers. And I think in Field of Dreams, they said, if you build it, they will come. And what they've ultimately done with the subscriber platform, it's been robust. And that's why Netflix, for the first time, they're no longer the only game in town. It's that Mickey Mouse that continues to beat them. And I think that's playing out.
And they've got fantastic content, too. I mean, there's a gigantic amount of content that they've got going there.
It's a content arms race. Yeah. And at the end of the day, that really continues to be their strength.
I would just argue that we're giving Disney a little bit too much credit here because they came out and they downgraded their prior forecast for subscription growth to 215 million subscribers. So right now they're doing great, but they are also going to become saturated in the market.
Look, I think you're seeing competition play out across streaming. So as you go into the next 6, 12, 18 months, they're going to have to continue to expand that moat. But at least for right now, what was baked into these stocks, this is beyond bull case in terms of these sub numbers.
Yeah, I mean, up 7%, $8 high, 121 on Disney. Not so long ago, it was $90 a share. Yeah. I mean, it's come a long way. How about Bumble? Now, that's the dating service where the women reach out first. Have I got that right?
I love how you checked your notes on that.
No,
correct.
I'm checking how to say it. So one of our producers said, this is how you say it. The women reach out first.
Oh.
Not the women go first. No, they reach out first.
Okay.
So what's with Bumble?
The terminology is important. We are paying to date again. So the stock is up. Revenue per user, I don't want to get too technical, but you're spending on average $23 a month to date. That's up $3 in the past year. Overall sales rose 18%. The stock was initially, I think all that is good. The stock had initially been indicated lower because they came out and they trimmed their full-year revenue forecast. But it seems like those metrics that people are willing to spend money to date, despite inflation, is positive.
What do you spend money on Bumble? What do you do? I mean, you pay more money and you see more people? You get to
There's
choose
different features you can pay to have. I'm sorry, I've never used it.
Okay, okay, glad to hear it. Any thoughts on Bumble, Dan Ives? I mean, you're a serious kind of guy.
I've never, just like Warren, never used it, but I think it does just speak to, if you think what we're seeing across earnings season, better than feared. I mean, that continues to be the theme.
Okay, we're going to get a segment on testosterone a bit later. We won't ask you about that. How about Sonos? I know that they're a fancy speaker, people. Why are they down 22%?
Okay, my opinion is that their speakers are very expensive. They're $200, $300, and they've got a lot of competition with the Amazon Echo, the Google speakers that are like $25. That's my opinion. The company says this, because this is not good. Well, the economy became significantly more challenging starting in June On the strong dollar, high inflation, consumers are cutting back. They cut back on hiring, and they cut their outlook for the year. Plus, their CFO is out. Does that explain a 22%
Yeah, that does.
stock
That pretty
decline?
much wraps it up, right there. Oh, look at this. The cruise business is back. Cruise lines rallied.
Wow.
They big-time rally yesterday.
Oh.
Look, they're up again today.
I haven't a clue why. I'm going to go with the obvious, that inflation is cooling, and that is a good signal for them. Also, the easing of COVID restrictions. Yesterday, we got a lot of commentary from the analysts, and I didn't see any downgrade any of the cruise lines, but I did see a lot of them downgrade their price targets on the cruise lines. So you look into why. I'm going to give you one example. Norwegian was cut by one broker, and they said they're worried about liquidity in the future. So cash burn, a fickle consumer, you know. But yeah, they've put in a really nice, solid 2 days.
Yes, they have, and that's a fact. Now, let's get to Rivian. I never quite understood the appeal of this particular company. They're going to report after the bell this afternoon. It's been a pretty rocky road thus far for them. Are they headed in the right direction, Dan? I know you cover them.
Yeah, look, I think the first 6 months was a disaster from a supply chain, communication. It was really a nightmare on Elm Street. Since it's all they finally have gotten back. They finally have gotten back on track. Supply chain, 90,000 reservations in terms of what's out there. I think production numbers are going to be strong tonight. Look, and it comes down to what we're seeing in EVs. You're looking for, okay, who's going to be the second, third, fourth player? Yep. I think Rivian in this area is going to benefit, as well as, look, F-150, that's really what continues to be around the corner in terms of pickup trucks on EV.
That's a rotten chart, isn't it? You see that thing?
They have a cheaper Rivian coming out soon, though, no?
They will, and that's why for Rivian, especially in this macro, high-priced automobile, that continues to be an issue, and that's why that stock, along with supply chain, has been under pressure. But we like it. I think this is overcorrected.
Got it. Check that big board in business now for what is it, 7 minutes, and we're up 180 points, 33,487. Dow winners headed by, who we got at the top of that list? Walt Disney, of course, up nearly 9%. S&P 500 winners, who's the top there? Well, look at it again. Walt Disney, up 9%. Baker Hughes is good. Gap's up too. NASDAQ winners, the Fox Corporation, parents of this corporation. PayPal, Netflix, Booking Holdings, Micron Technologies.